Hello everyone, Adar from MoonRock here, and today I want to show you a very nice and unusual use case demo that we made. It's a wedding planning demo. In this demo we covered features such as the docs that you can see right here, dashboards, and more features. The point of this demo is to demonstrate to you the flexibility and versatility of Monday.com platform to show you that it's used for many different activities. So let's dive in. So the first thing we do when we plan a wedding is to create a guest list with all the relevant information such as the guest full name, from which side he is invited, his phone number, and etc. And for demonstration, we will import an Excel file that we made, and we'll drag it right here. Click next, and we'll adjust which header will be the main header that will import the files from the items from there. And as you can see, it's automatically matches everything to the correct header. Let's say that if I will had written something else instead of phone, maybe it will not match it over here, and I can do it manually. So right now everything was matched automatically and perfectly. So we'll click next and start the import, and voila! As you can see, everything was imported automatically. Once we import an Excel file, it's opening a new group. So we got everything. We got our guest full name. We got the category from which side is invited, if it's coming from the groom or the bride, if it's a family or a friend. We got the table number that he is assigned to. We got the number of guests, whether he's coming alone or +1, and the phone number of the guest. So moving on to the next board is the checklist board. This is where we are organizing all the tasks relevant to the wedding plan. As you can see, we can manage all our tasks, example for buying the rings, renting a car, music setup, and everything else. The things that we've done here is that we can assign the person who is relevant for each task. Let's say whether it's the groom or it's the bride, or maybe if they even have an outsourced producer that produces their wedding. We can set up the deadlines, and we can even add notes, specific notes for each task, and we can adjust the status for each task. Also, in this demonstration, we also add some automations that you can see, such as if it's going to, I'm shifting the status to done, it will go to the relevant group, as you can see right now. Whether I'm shifting it to pending, it will go to the pending group as well. Another thing that we can do regarding automation, we can set up triggers such as, let's say that I'm shifting it to stock. Then I can add an automation that I will ask them for notifying any relevant personnel, and many more automations that we can think of. Now, moving forward to the next board, this is the board where we are managing our suppliers and different vendors. As you can see, every item represents a different vendor or supplier. We can adjust which person is in charge and responsible to manage each supplier. We can adjust the prices that we are agreed on, update the supplier contact, and set up when the next meeting will be held. Another thing is that we can update and upload relevant files for each supplier. Also, we can use the update feature in order to keep everyone on the same loop. For example, Advance payment was delivered today. This is an update which I've mentioned just for example. We can reply that update. We can like it for just to mention that that we are agreed and everyone on the same page. And we can also use the email and activities feature for sending new emails. In order for us to do this, we need to integrate with our emails, and we also can add different activities such as set up new meetings, or maybe set up a call summary, and everything will be mentioned and will be historically mentioned here. We can also update different automation. We won't get to the bottom of this in this demo. Now, moving forward to the next board. The next board is using as a P&L board for us to manage the wedding financially wise. This is a summary. It's only concluding one item, which is a summary item, and let's go through everything. So the total guest invited is, for example, 800. We are expecting something like 70% out of the gross guests that we are invited. Finally, we are including reserves for something like 15% above our expected guest quantity. Every guest cost us to $200 or shekels, for examples. The total cost without the supplier will be this number, and it will be a formula of the guest quantity and the guest cost. We will use the final quantity, the 644, including the reserve. Moving forward, this is a mirroring column which show us the supplier's cost. So now the total cost will be both the supplier cost and the total cost of the guests. Now, summarizing everything up to what actual cost I have per guest will be the total cost divided to the final quantity of the guests. So we're talking about this number. Let's say that the average expected income for every other guest will be 400, and we are expecting an income that will be a formula that the average expectation and multiplied by the final quantity. And after that, we are taking the expected income minus the total cost, and this will be whether a profit or a loss. Okay, so what we see right now is our wedding plan dashboard. It's only a little taste of what Mondays provides in terms of making all our information and insights accessible using straightforward and easy to understand visuals. So the example we used helps us to understand, like such as here in the calendar view, is when is the next meeting or task will occur. So we can see that each color represents a different board. The blue represents for our suppliers' next meetings, and the red represents for the checklist to be marked as the deadline. Also, the pie chart is for understanding the proportion and between every group of our guests. Also, the battery chart is to see the progress of the checklist tasks and to visualize our profit and loss bottom line. Also, we put on a fun widget for creating a small to-do list. We can create a new task every each time that we are reaching our dashboards. This is just a taste, and I encourage you to explore for yourself the options available on monday.com dashboard. So finally, we reached our wedding plan docs. This is an example use case for using the monday.com shared docs that can be used for meeting, to-do list, or many more options. In this example, we use the doc for a staff meeting before the event is actually taking place. So we are talking about Jim and Jane wedding that will be, the wedding date is the 1st of June 2023. They have 600 guests, and the purpose of this doc is that the staff is going through all the headlines and everything. So let's say that they're having 2 times meeting, one before the wedding is actually taking place and the day of the wedding itself. So they're having a checklist for every each task in which regarding the wedding, if it's before the wedding taking place or the day of the wedding. Also, they're having the schedule of the wedding, they're having the menu, so they can also add any notes or important things that, such as no serving alcohols to underage below 18, special requests such as, I don't know, special dishes or anything regarding the menu. Moving forward to different headlines, it's the suites. So let's say that this compound is also having a suites for the couple or for the groom parents and the bride's friends and everyone. So they're also managing the contact of every each suite phone number and the suite's number. Also, it's very important for the guys to manage the suppliers on the staff meeting. So we have a widget over here that's connected directly to the board of the suppliers, so they can see which suppliers are and what are their contacts. Also, we are having a file gallery for different and other things that maybe can come in use for the staff meeting. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got inspired of monday.com potential to manage any type of work that needs to be done. If you like this video, please subscribe and submit your comments so we can continue adding more demos of other use cases for you to be inspired from. And if you want to check out more about monday.com, and if you are curious to hear more about us in MoonRock, go ahead and click on the links below. Until the next video, thank you so much for watching.